Hello everyone, Lightro here, and today I'm going to be talking about the future of this channel. I've hinted in the community posts about a major update, and now I'm actually ready to discuss it with you guys. But before we truly start, I highly suggest you watch the full video. It won't be that long, but I know it's tempting to hear one major update and think that's all there is. If you guys enjoy my content, you know I like to cut out fluff, so I've got a couple different but related big announcements and explanations. So like I said, I'd really appreciate it if you watch it to the end to get everything. We've got the last 4 months of this year to discuss, the plans for next year, and even 2026, as well as how the channel will change. Then we've got the member system that is going to be crucial as well. So you guys may have noticed that we've already completed all of our ongoing What If series. That is, what if the governor appeared early, what if the Erickson boarding school was in season 1, what if Omid survived, and finally, what if Shane killed Rick. And we haven't begun any new series yet. That was intentionally done, and here's why. We ended August with the last part of this agenda, closing up all our stories right before September, and with that set up, we will be going on a hiatus. Now don't worry, this isn't indefinite. In fact, we're going to be back the first week of January 2025. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why we're doing this, and trust me, it took a lot of thinking and working through the details. I'll explain the reasoning, but to do that, I have to take you guys back to 2023. So in 2023, we had our most consistent uploads thus far. Of course, 2021 was our first year, where I mostly just imported old videos from the previous channel, so I can't really count it. And in 2022, the upload schedule was horribly sporadic, despite its undisputed success with What If Lee Survived. 2023 had 24 uploads total, as we tried to maintain a weekly schedule, but it didn't really work out. We had 1 month with 0 videos and 3 months with 1 each. The most consistent back-to-back week schedule we got was 4 videos, and we averaged about 2 videos a month. Oh yeah, and this isn't counting shorts, of course. Now, as for 2024, we were able to generate equal amounts of videos with way more consistency. This is because we sacrificed some of the end of 2023, as well as January 2024 to build up videos in order to meet our weekly goal. And it worked. Starting February 17th, we uploaded every Saturday for 12 weeks straight into May. And even though the streak was broken on that day, the video was only a day late due to upload failures, meaning our actual streak lasted until June with 17 videos total. We had a 2-week break, but we're able to do 4 videos for half of June into July, and then stop to fill August with 4 as well. Now compare this to 2023, where 4 was our highest streak. Our planning was pretty great here. We got 24 videos just like last year, but with 4 months to spare. So what's the issue? Why do we need to go on a hiatus if we're doing so good? Well, I think we went a little too early. If we would have waited maybe another month or 2, we could have had a streak lasting the entire remainder of the year. Our plan worked, we just started uploading a little too soon. And admittedly, most of this is on my part. I have just been struggling to record due to my living conditions just not being quiet or comfortable enough for me to feasibly put out good audio. But I am currently in a new place, and that problem should be finally fixed. We have also added another editor into the fold, Ellie2Plug2, whose channel you guys should definitely check out. He makes The Walking Dead What Ifs as well for the games, and maybe one day he'll expand to the show too. And I believe he'll still be uploading during this hiatus time, so if you guys lack any videos, you could definitely go check out his and watch those instead. Anyway, with his help and 4 months of time to prep, myself and Savage are almost certainly going to be able to maintain weekly upload schedules for next year. And if we even get far enough ahead, you guys might see 2 videos a week toward the end. But that's a maybe. We don't want to end up with the same problem in 2026 that we have now. And I will admit, I do have another channel, Lightro to manage as well, and I don't want that channel to just die, so maybe the double uploads will have to wait another year. This channel is my main priority though, as it's not just me doing things here. I kind of have to manage it and make sure everybody's getting what they need here. But theoretically, with this setup, we can always be ahead, thus allowing us to continue uploading even more frequently in the coming years. Now, what does this mean for the next few months? Well, we're not going entirely dark. Instead, every month, including this one, we will be uploading a full series video for you guys to enjoy, hopefully revisit some of your favorite series, and draw new fans in the meantime. It's obviously not new content, but it's at least something. You guys also get this update video too, so, you know. We also might go live a few times, but nothing set in stone. We might be really busy, so that'll just have to wait and see. Now, for channel members, I have 2 really big announcements. For one, and this is probably the bigger one, as our videos for next year are being made, I will be uploading them as members only until their scheduled date. This means that while sporadic, our members will still be getting content. And I know this is unfair to you guys who aren't members, but it saves us a lot of hassle on our end to have to wait and store every video, taking up tons of space and making us upload all of them next year when members will still have early access anyway, It's just not practical. Plus, it allows us to keep our members because if you guys aren't getting early content, videos to comment on, posts to see, or having your name read out because there's no videos, why would you guys stay a member for 4 whole months? We love your guys' extra support and we want to keep you as members, especially if we're going 4 months without much content to fund our endeavors. And of course, locking videos months in advance behind a paywall is something I certainly don't like doing, but for the reasons I said before, I think it's okay. Like I said, the members are going to be getting these videos early anyway whenever we do upload them, and just sitting them and having them around taking up space is just not practical. Plus, you guys now know what's happening, so if you want that content early, you can just become a member and have it. Alright, so that's announcement number 1. Number 2, starting next year, the memberships of this channel are probably going through a bit of an overhaul. We will still have our $2.99 tier, which is currently our only one, but we will expand to have 3, with this one being in the middle. This does mean that some of the perks will be moved a bit between tiers, but we added a few as well to keep it fresh and give them each worth. Let's start with the Walker tier at 99 cents. You'll have your names shown on screen at the end of every video. You'll also get access to any members only mode, live stream chats if it gets too full. In addition, you'll be able to see the streams after they're finished instead of them being deleted. And lastly, you can join our brand new members only Discord server, which will be launching next year, where you'll be able to chat and possibly join call with us from time to time. There's also the possibility of participating in a video. I'm not 100% sure how that will work out, so don't quote me on it, but for example, let's say we need some voice work done and you've got a really good voice for that character. Well, we'd love to include a fan in our work. It'd be a lot easier than just cobbling together our own voice work and stuff like that and making it sound not as good. Or like, maybe we need a bunch of people yelling in the background for like some immersive background noise. It could be nice to just have a big Discord call with everybody screaming. But yeah, you get all these things for 99 cents, and with the last things being a bit more experimental, we're not sure how that's going to work out totally yet. Alright, so next we've got the Survivor tier for $2.99, which is what all the current members will start with. For one, you'll get access to all the previous perks as well as verbal shoutouts in our videos. You'll also still receive priority comment replies, meaning we'll reply, like, or heart your comments more often. You'll retain the exclusive community posts, giving access to thumbnails, sections of future scripts, and channel updates. So if you're a current member, you'll basically have all of the original perks with one exception, but you do also gain the previous perks from the first new tier. Oh yeah, and you'll receive a higher tier in the members only Discord. Alright, and finally is the Christian Man tier.
I am a Christian man.
Now this is obviously an inside joke for older fans of the channel, and hopefully we can make this joke have a comeback because I've kind of neglected it, I won't lie, but I thought it'd be really fitting to have that be the highest honor. Now this one comes at $4.99, giving you access to all of the previous 7 perks and early access to videos. There will not be a consistent early time, so you could get a video hours or months in advance, but with our schedules being ahead, I would imagine you get them more than a day early almost every time. This is the perk we took off of the previous tier just because it's a bit bigger to get a whole video before everyone else. And the final reward is that you might have the opportunity to join us on stream. We'd love to talk to you guys and answer your questions, so Discord calls might be more open to all members depending on how many members we have. Like obviously, if for some reason nobody joins this tier, I mean, it would just be rude to just cut every member out of the talks, so it really just depends on the size. And of course, if we do have top tier members, then we'll prioritize them. Additionally, you'll get to play games with us if you have the games and systems required, of course. And of course, you'll get a higher tier in the members only Discord server. Now, a lot of these perks come with caveats. Like, you may be a member, but if someone joins the server and breaks the rules within the server, they might get banned. Their chats or comments might get deleted, they might not get a shout out, and stuff like that. Same goes for leaking early videos anywhere. Now, our community has been very loving and kind, like almost all the way through, so I doubt we'll have any issues with that, but I just wanted to make those things known ahead of time, that way no one thinks there's a scam at play. We would love to see as many of you as possible in our exclusive community and getting cool perks. You guys make this whole thing possible, and we are grateful for that. These tiers and perks may change if we grow significantly larger, just as they are currently. That's just a part of community growth. Alright, and now the last thing to cover. What exactly are our plans for next year aside from members and consistent uploads? Well, we want to give you guys new, fresh content while also keeping true to our roots. But we don't want to bog ourselves down with series that take too long to finish. So both myself and Savage will have one What If series at a time, giving you guys 2 different ones to watch consistently. That way we can keep the diversity if you don't like one series that much, but we also don't lose a ton of viewers from stretching thin too many series. We've learned from our mistakes with that. In terms of balancing AMC and Telltale content, we'll try and stay with each of us doing one. For example, the plan for the first What If next year will be What If Nick Survived, which is Telltale. And Savage will be doing What If Negan Killed Daryl, which is AMC. Now ideally, our series will end around the same time, and the other videos that we're going to be doing will kind of buffer them. And this will allow us to alternate our series between the show and the game. So like for instance, whenever I'm done with What If Nick Survived, I'll switch to an AMC What If, and whenever he's done with What If Negan Killed Daryl, he'll switch to a Telltale What If. Now some series will be longer than the others, so we'll have to adjust our rotations accordingly. You guys should know that we are going to be pushing for longer videos, mainly on the AMC stuff, due to that being generally received better. But also because the show doesn't really get as many views, which makes sense because we started the channel very game-centric. And at this point, I think the Telltale games have more of a nostalgic cult following than the show, with its declining viewership and reputation since season 7 of the main show. If we keep our videos longer, it means we can get through our series quicker, thus giving you a full story without too long of a wait, and keeping the algorithm in our favor at the same time. Hopefully we can garner more fans of the show next year as well. I would heavily recommend TV fans explore the games and Telltale fans explore the shows. I mean, we're all Walking Dead fans and some crossover videos will be happening next year. Plus, both mediums will be getting roughly equal love and it's more content for you guys that you can actually understand both series. The Telltale games are always going on sale with the full definitive version, and also the show is usually on Netflix or some other streaming service depending on where you are. And I believe they're moving even more of the Walking Dead shows onto Netflix. Now, aside from our standard what if stuff, I did mention 2 new aspects going forward in a community post. The first being video essays, reviews, responses, and other non-what if content. I've been wanting to talk about the narrative of the Walking Dead franchise for so long, especially the games. I've got a series of video essays regarding how choice plays into every season of Telltale's The Walking Dead, and I might cover some more of their games too, depending on how I feel. So this means you could see videos on like The Wolf Among Us, or Tales of the Borderlands, or other Telltale games like that. But I'm not 100% sure on that. There's also reviews. You guys may know that I hyped up The Walking Dead Destinies in my short form content, but when it came out, I was so blown away by how bad it was. So I've got a full video planned out to analyze the game's failure on every level. I might also do response type videos based on critiques of The Walking Dead franchise. All of that will be wrapped up in what we'll call non-what if content. You can expect about one of these videos every month going forward until I've run out of things to say. And finally, I hinted toward a new franchise joining the ranks of the channel, and it's been waiting for me to say its name.
Say my name.
That's right, Breaking Bad. I started this series back in 2021, finishing it in 2022 and loving every second. I also watched El Camino and waited a few months before watching Better Call Saul and loved both of those as well. I rewatched Breaking Bad recently and I have so much to say. This franchise is huge, beloved, and made by AMC, so I'm hoping it'll fit right in with the Walking Dead content. You can expect both what ifs and non-what ifs for this franchise as well. In fact, the first video of January will be about Breaking Bad in order to give it the entrance to the channel that it deserves and gauge the success right off the bat. So just like I said earlier about consuming the other content on the channel, you may want to watch Breaking Bad if you haven't already, now that you have a 4-month head start. The last 2 years have been amazing for this channel's growth, subscribers, views, and quality. Everything that I just discussed is in service of making sure next year is just as good, if not better. I want this to be more than self-sustaining. I want to be able to wake up, script, record, make thumbnails, and upload and not have to work a 9 to 5 anymore. Content consumption, analysis, and creation has always been my passion in some way or another, and I think that with your guys' help, we can make 2025 a huge step in that direction. As always, a huge shout out to our channel members, Ellie the Plug 2, Paul Keen, Hazy Brush, Marco De Cinco, Davisville 84, Willie, 23 Days Later, Aiden Kearns, Zombie Warlord, Yeah, Tifue, Joel, and Chief Constituent. I've already explained the member system and the way things will change in the future, so definitely become a member if you want to, and don't if you don't, I guess. But as always, tell me if you like this video, comment your requests for future videos, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next year.